Welcome to 5 Element Qigong to embody your inner healer. This is our 8th session, our completion ceremony, our integration practice. And in this practice, in this session, we are really standing at a point of celebration, at a point of completion, at a point of integrating a whole long journey that we've been on. This is a time to celebrate how much you have grown, how far you have come, how much you have released and cleansed and let go of, and acknowledging how much there is still left within you and how your path is still emerging before you. This is a celebration point, and it does not matter at what point you arrived into this circle. Some of you may have arrived in autumn and winter, and some in late summer. That part doesn't matter. What matters is you've got yourself here right now, and you have been through an entire journey to arrive at this point. So you're at a mark of completion. You're at a finish line, at a finish line. But you know that your path, the path of the Tao, it's not a straight line. It's a spiral. It's a circle. It's a dance through the season. And it's an emerging path. It's a path of yin that spirals in and down and goes even deeper. And simultaneously, it's a yang path that spirals up and out and moves beyond and moves away. So you're at a gate. I'm a gate guardian. At your gate, it's a finish line. It's a, a mark of completion. And at this gate, at this place and time, this moment in time that you find yourself, the gate simply asks you, where do you want to travel to next? Who do you want to be? Hmm. And as we drop in to this gate and we connect with the part of ourselves that knows our path, knows our way, the gate asks you, what appears to be blocking you from knowing your way? What appears to be interfering with, if there is anything, what appears to be interfering with you trusting your own internal navigation system? And so I invite you, my love, to feel into that. And when you're ready, bringing your feet together and with a humble bow, setting that down, releasing that here. Anything that's interfering with you knowing and trusting your own internal navigation system. Take your time here. And when you're ready to set that down, when you feel it, let go. Soften just a little bit more. And in your own time, in your own way, start to emerge in the present moment by filling your body up with life force energy, unfurling your spine. Each breath fills you. And as you rise to the occasion, you are embodying your inner wise woman, your inner healer. And when you step across the threshold into our sanctuary, you are stepping fully into this practice, coming into your center, into central alignment, into vertical alignment. In this practice, you will recognize everything here. You have been here before. I'll be much quieter this time, so our inner wise women can receive the medicine of this circle. Feeling yourself connected in your vertical axis. We'll begin by showering chi. So as you inhale, your hands sink, your hands rise and your body sinks. Exhale, turning your palms over, your hands sink, body rises. Inhale, gathering the heaven energy, body sink. Exhale, hands float down, body rises. Let's do this a few times. Inhaling the yin. Inhaling the yang. Exhaling in harmony. In silence. One more time. Feeling this integration as you stand between earth and sky as a natural woman. Let's go ahead and knock on our bodies. This whole practice is an opportunity to release what's ready to be released and to harvest what's ready to be harvested. So as we knock on our hearts, let's just with the heart sound, just releasing and letting go. Ah. And now we'll do down the yin channels and up the yang channels. 3 times on each side, focusing on all the joints. Both sides. Back to your heart center. Letting your hands rest. Feeling this chi circulating through your body. Let's continue. Top of your head, forehead to the back of your head. 3 times. And then down to your kidneys. Up and down. And we'll go down the yang channels and up the yin channels 3 times down our legs. Taking your time. Circle back toward your kidneys and continue the path. Take a moment to knock the area where your hip and your legs meet. Pause and feeling the energy as it's circulating through your legs. And your navel. Solar plexus. Below your navel. Up and down one side from your rib cage down to your hips. Knocking all your internal organs. Working to the other side from ribs to hips. Back to your navel. Sense and feel. Sense and feel your body come alive with life force energy. Beautiful. Let's work in the healing sounds as we do spinal cord breathing. When you do the healing sounds with spinal cord breathing, you're going to open your hands. So inhale. There's soft closed fist here. But then as you exhale, you're going to exhale and squeeze like you're squeezing your internal organs. Now we'll incorporate the sound. We'll start with the lungs. Again. At your own rate and rhythm. Kidneys. Feel how you are compressing and massaging your low back. You're cleansing and detoxifying all your organs. Liver. Heart. Spleen. Last one. Triple warmer. Last one. Rest and integrate. Massaging your internal organs with the sounds is incredibly detoxifying and purifying. Now we'll shake and we'll just do one sound. We'll do the sound one time. Kidneys. liver, heart, spleen, triple warmer. And letting yourself gently slow down, come to stillness, feeling your body cleansed, feeling the energy circulating and moving through your body. Low standing tree. Your feet are rooted, top of your head lifted. This is the starting place and ending place for Buddha holds up the earth. This movement here follows the lung meridian. So as we inhale, you are connecting with white, pearly light. Seeing white, pearly light all around you and in your lungs as you float your hands up with the inhale. And let your hands float down with the exhale. You are aligning with the highest frequency of the metal element. White, early light. Connecting with your lungs. White, pearly light into your large intestine and skin are starting to shine with white, pearly light. You're attuning to the part of you that is courageous, the power within you to be inspired, to be courageous and confident. Breathing in white, pearly light, tuning yourself to the frequency of confidence in silence. Sensing and feeling this white, pearly light in and all around you. Last one. Returning to the standing posture. attuning to the frequency of a harmonized metal element. So beautiful. Shifting now to the fountain, just gently folding at your waist, your hands sweeping in front of you, and tracing the kidney meridian lines up from the soles of your feet, up through your legs, up through your central channel, up to just below your clavicle, connecting with the color blue, breathing in the water, and the color blue, connecting to the flow of life, drawing in nourishment for your kidney, your bladder, your bones, your joints, your endocrine system, nourishing all of that with blue light, tapping into the highest, oh, maybe I should say the deepest frequency of truth and trust. The superpower of trusting what's deep inside you. With peaceful tranquility, effortless flow in silence now. And make this movement even softer, even slower. Let's let this be our last one. Drawing up this blue light through your meridian line. Bringing your hands in front of you. And now, just like how you have your hands in front of you, just simply shift your hands behind you, like this. Let your shoulders be soft and your weight is toward your heel. And this blue light is pouring in to your kidney. Blue light inside you and all around you, in your bones, joints, endocrine system, in your bladder, your adrenal gland. attuning to the deepest frequency of the most refined aspect of the water element. And bringing your hands back to the front. Being in your structure and flow, turning to one side, inhaling green, glorious green light up through your liver meridian, up through the inside of your legs, up through your torso, up to the top of your head. Return to center. Exhale and open. Connecting to the wood element. Inhaling. Your outside hand is tracing your gallbladder line. Inside hand tracing your liver line. And you are able to open because you're rooted. Inhaling green light, the highest frequency of the wood element, of the liver, the gallbladder, your eyes, and your central nervous system. This highest frequency of liver helps you transform stress into vitality. Tuning into creativity, abundance, and kindness with this green light. In silence, let the tree of life teach you. Bright green, life-giving light. One more time on each side. Beautiful. Let your hands float up and embrace the tree. Let the tree trunk hold you as if your hands are just setting on a shelf or a tree trunk. It's just holding you up. Your weight is shifted toward your heels, your pelvis is soft, top of your head is lifted. You are attuning to the superpower of the wood element, of growth, of emergence, of a pioneer. the superpower of creativity, generosity, and kindness. Stand in that power. Let it hold you. As you're breathing in and out, let your skin be like the leaves of the tree, like you're breathing in the light. You're breathing in the life force through your skin. And let's just let your hands float down for a moment. We're at the halfway point. Just sense and feel the energy in your body that you've cultivated so far. My body feels very alive right now. Okay, let's come back. Connect now with fire element. So we're embracing the tree and just set one hand down. One hand is at the height level of your heart, the other down by your water level or earth level. We're connecting with brilliant red light of your heart. So go ahead and shift your weight toward the hand that's up. Turn your way. Switch your hand. Shift your weight. Turn your way. Switch your hand. Shift, turn, switch. Shift, turn, switch. Making this soft, fluid, and light. We're connecting with the heart meridian. We're connecting with the frequency of love, of joy, of bliss, of pleasure, of the divine human, of connection, of bringing lighthearted playfulness into the world, into our lives. Maybe even have a smile on your face as you lighten up, as you illuminate, and you're moving through all around you and within you a field of beautiful red light, connecting you. Let the form teach you here. You are attuning to the superpowers of heart knowing. Harmonizing your emotions. Make this movement feel so good. You are connecting with your physical heart, red light in your physical heart, in your pericardium, in your small intestine. It's red light moving through your blood, through your circulatory system, sending love to every cell in your body with the sweet smile on your face, with the illuminated divine awakened heart. Slowing this way down. Coming now to the standing posture of the golden urn. Your hands, your fingertips are reaching up toward the light. The sunlight pours into the palms of your hands. Your arms are a little bit closed, not too tight, but not way open. You're holding structure like a chalice. And you're receiving the light pouring in through the palms of your hands, through your meridian lines, into your heart, and then into your blood system, circulating love, luminous light, joy, compassion, ecstasy. Filling your cup. Wise women know how to work with their cup half full. When it's all the way full, it's overwhelming and they don't have anything to receive. They can't receive anything. But if it's all the way empty, then they're depleted and they can't really give anything because they're depleted and resentful and sick and tired. But when it's half full, there's plenty of room to receive a bunch of light and love and nourishment, and they also have a lot to give. As you feel yourself filling yourself back up with this luminous light pouring into your heart, start to now condense it down, bringing this light down into your solar plexus, down to the earth. Let it become earth element, nourishment, stable, connecting with beautiful, bright yellow light, pebble in the pond. Feeling this chi ball for a moment, knowing this chi ball is also inside you in that lower dantian. This is what we're cultivating. What we feel in our hands is beautiful and it's inside. That's what we're really going for. That luminous light inside. We're learning to see in the dark with our heart, to see without eyes. Okay. Pebble in the pond. Inhaling. Exhaling as you do, your weight shifts back, your knees slightly bent, and your hands float out across the surface of the water. Bright yellow light. Inhale, gather this bright yellow light and draw it back to your center, to your spleen. You're connecting with the highest frequency of the earth element. You're connecting with being centered, grounded, stable. You're connecting with knowing yourself in the midst of change, with your ability to integrate and digest experiences and to be nourishment. Your very presence is mana. You're connecting with your intuition and your ability to dream awake. Your spleen, your stomach, your mouth, your sense of smell, your muscles. In silence, receive this bright yellow light. Drawing it into your earth center. Even slower. Drawing in this bright yellow light. And one more time. Drawing the energy into your lower dantian and then simply stand, connecting to the earth. Palms of your hands can feel how the earth energy just rises up to meet them. It rises up to give you a stool to lean back on. Feeling grounded, peaceful, and in harmony, nourished, centered, trusting your intuition. Breathing into your center, letting the earth teach you and show you her medicine way. Now, coming to completion, we'll integrate with the triple warmer, pulling down the heavens. Inhaling brilliant violet light and exhaling, letting this light harmonize your body, mind, and emotion. Clear communication between your three treasures, Jing, Qi, and Shen. connecting you to this universal consciousness of higher knowing, of spirit. This violet flame that you inhale. This violet flame, as your hands float down and exhale, clears out energy that is not yours. Your own energy feels really good to you. Filling your body, your three dantians with violet light. And all around you, you might feel golden light. As you integrate this practice, as you integrate this entire journey now in silence, on your last one as you inhale. And then when your hands float down this time, just take all the time you need just to really clear everything, just to coax it down, coax that energy down, down, down. So everything above your hands is clear and everything below your hands is getting coaxed down to your lower dantian, your bio battery to store it, or what is ready to be composted, just let it flow down to the earth. Now bring your hands over your lower dantian and seal that energy in as you bring your feet closer together as we're in bamboo in the wind. Is feeling all these 5 elements, these 5 colors, these sounds. See how they're good medicine. See how what you just did was something incredibly healing. And let all this coalesce into your dantian, and your internal organs are shining bright like gems. Your skin, pearly white, gold, violet around you. Mind is clear, heart is open. You're centered. So as we are here connecting with our luminous light body, as a wise women, let's bow out. Hmm. 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 Right hand makes a fist. Yang, you are strong. Left hand covers it. You are tender. Bring that to your heart. And together we bow. We bow to each other. We bow to this practice. We bow to the elements, to the seasons, to the sounds, to the colors. We bow to our teacher's teacher, and the teacher within. And we bow to this entire journey that we have been on with a heart full of reverence and remembrance. And when you're ready, drawing that in, to your heart. And as a luminous, wise woman that you are, full of reverence, knowing you belong to the earth, step back across the threshold into your life. Knowing that I love you all and celebrate. You have just crossed the threshold. You have crossed into the next spiral. So, the invitation here is to journal for a moment about what you received from this experience. I'll ring the bell and we'll come back and we'll have our closing ceremony. Hmm. Hmm. So, in hopes that Amanda gets to hear this, I know she messaged and really wanted to be here, so I'm going to keep this part recording so she can be a part of it. Um, Before we dip too deep into the closing ceremony piece, let's just debrief what we just experienced in this experience right here. And maybe we can do a round of sharing about this practice tonight.
Well, I asked for integration and I feel like I got it. I started, well, I guess this might be closing, but maybe not. I started in December and winter with the goal of connecting, feeling more grounded, getting more grounded and connecting more deeply to myself. And I feel like tonight was kind of a culmination of that. And when we did the earth pieces, I felt like energetically deeply connected to the earth and myself. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mm.
I really loved how you linked together all of like old friends. It was like, oh, hi, old friend. Hi, old friend. It was really nice. And what I found very interesting is I almost was in the moments with some of the forms in that moment when I first learned them. And like I could remember the memory of it in my body, but like the actual feeling, like I remember the first time we did the hugging the tree, and I felt like I wasn't even quite like I felt like my body had been like hung up on a hook. Like I wasn't holding my body, like the energy was holding my body. And I got to experience that again today. So that was really great. And it just, yeah, it was a beautiful journey going through all the elements. Thank you, darling.
Mm.
Yeah, for myself, it's this place of ending in a potent aliveness. And again, just being able to work very slowly with each color, each frequency, each element. I was like, whoa, yeah, hello. So
Mm. Potent aliveness and working slowly with each one. How about you, Miss Amanda Kay? What did you receive tonight?
Well, I received connection with all of the many teachers bowing out today, and each of the colors and the violet flame. It reconnected me with the seeds of my life and all that have taught me from before until now, and it just felt timeless. And I like that connection. So I kept the connection. Thank you.
Mm, thank you. I really love that. It felt timeless from before and to now. Mm. What a rich practice, even when it's very simple, especially when it's very simple. Mm. So, yeah, this is the quintessence of the entire year, right? This is the fractal that you experienced tonight, is the fractal that the seeds that created the whole journey we were on. So, to distill it down to this. So beautiful. Let you all brought something. You all brought something. I would love to hear and see, feel, touch, know, experience what you brought as your like Qigong Path with Harmony touchstone that was symbolic and represents your experience that we've had together.
okay, so I'm going to share this because it still makes me so very happy. So this is a fossil. It's a shell in this rock. I have been digging these rocks out of my backyard when I'm planting things for the past 7 years, and I never recognized they had fossils in them until this year. I was like, oh my word, how could I have missed that my backyard is an ancient seabed? This is ridiculous. So I felt so much aliveness and connection with the land I am on. This land, this earth, the seasons, and I've been in my yard with this land and really paying attention to it. I feel like that's been this journey this past year of like being able to actually connect with these elements, with the seasons, with the year, with the different flavors of energy. Like, no, this right here. And it's like, it's not some fancy ocean. I love going to the beach, but I've got a freaking ancient seabed right here. Of like, no, I don't have to go anywhere for this amazing, ancient knowing. So this just tickles my heart every time I talk about it. So yes, my fossils here.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I have chills. There's some beautiful thing about the living fossils that we are. Mm. And the recognition of what's right here. What's right here. So rich. Thank you for sharing. Mm.
I'm going to admit this was a really hard exercise to pick one thing. I'm like, no, the cauldron. No, this. No, this. No, the picture of the bear. No, the river. No, the water. Like, it was hard for me to pick one thing that encompassed all the colors, all the elements, all the seasons, all the animals. My dragon skull. What is it? So I decided to bring my piece of jewelry that I have been having with me. Um, Sometimes metal on my skin kind of burns me, so I haven't been wearing it, but it's been sitting right here next to me this whole session. And it's a pentagram, but it has all the elements in it. And I realized I used to think that one of them was spirit, but now I realize it's metal. So it's got the metal, it's got the earth, it's got water and air and fire. And then in the middle is another star, and that's me. So, and it's kind of cool on the back. It's got like this crazy spirally, like flower of life kind of thing. And I feel like it's like 3 different circles going in, kind of like our 3 Dantian centers going through. So that's my everything in one symbol difficult task. It's hard for me to leave anything behind. I just like I want, and I even have my cauldron. I have a really cute picture of the Zinnia fairy because that also was one of those things. So I was having a hard time choosing just one. So yeah, but I thought that this was good because
Yeah.
it's a combination of all. So
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, wow. I just kind of just want your share to be your share without me adding, except for I will say it was a challenge for me too. I was like, whoa, this is my whole life. How do I, what do I bring? Mm, thank you. We're bringing a treasure. We're bringing treasures here. Mm.
Well, I had a moment of, oh my goodness, I don't even know. I just went blank. And then almost immediately after the blank, I remembered, oh, absolutely, I need to show you this. It is a quartz bear that when I was 4 years old, we went on a trip to Georgia for my uncle to get married, and we stopped in Tennessee and went to a famous cave. I don't remember the name of it. And at the gift shop, my parents told me I could pick out one thing. And I just instantly knew I wanted this bear. And my parents were like, "Really? You want a stone bear?" And I'm like, "Yes, like absolutely. Of course, this is the thing that I want." And it has traveled with me all over the world. It has lived with me in all the countries I've lived in, and it is always just, I've never lost track of it. It did lose a leg at one point. I don't know if you can see. It lost a leg, and I tried to keep it, but that has lost. But in my journeys of working with my 5-year-old self and the protection that 5-year-old self needed, Bear has always shown up. And it just, when you said that, it just hit me after we did our bear practice. Bear has always been there. And it revealed itself to me when I was 4. And it just symbolized, I feel like, this whole year and this whole practice of the deep connection to my knowing self. There was no convincing 4-year-old me to get anything else. And it was, I don't know, it just felt like, oh, this is the wisdom that's always been there. This is the knowing that's always been there. And Bear has always been there. And it just, I don't know. And I worked with a client recently, and that client had a 5-year-old time come up, and a bear showed up. And I was like, so is Bear protector of little 5-year-old girls? I don't know. It just felt like, I've got a bear too. So, yeah.
Oh man, my smile just keeps getting bigger. Like, wow, what a gift. What a gift. Thank you for sharing your bear medicine with us and your 5-year-old self, and and you've been on this journey. Deep bows. I want to snuggle your bear. Yeah. Wow.
Hello. So I'm not great at homework, and honestly, I had forgotten. And so I kept thinking, well, what am I going to bring? And I kept thinking, well, I got this gourd, and I really love gourds and all the seeds and the vines. But then I was cleaning my space today, and a rock, I don't know if you can see it, but it came from one of the rivers that I paddled on. See if I can. And I believe it was the Merrimack River. Don't know if y'all can see it,
We
but
can see it a little bit, yeah.
it's from a cavern. And I've always had a connection to the cave. And during our practice today, I kept remembering Itera, which was a meditation teacher of mine, and she brought the violet flame from Mount Shasta to me. And when I found this stone on the river, I paddle with a bunch of guys every winter, and I find stones and I pick them up. I felt this was really special because the stone reminds me, for some reason, of the womb. And for it to break from Earth's womb, I just thought that was really special to find this tumbled piece of stalactite that looks a lot like, I don't know, it looked like it looked like a goddess to me. I know it's really hard to see, but I connected with it, and I saw it again today, and I thought, this has been in the room the whole time, and it's part of creation for me. And so that's what I'm sharing. The stone. Thank you.
Yes, and your river journeys and your caves.
Yes, I love the caves.
Ah, thank you for sharing your medicine. Mm, mm. Well, I think y'all kind of you dazzle me for sure. Well, so this is just like I realized I did the same similar thing, you know. Is it the fire? Is it the candle holder? Is it the cauldron? Is it the singing bowl? Is it the, you know, because you know, um, every animal I was gonna wear my little ear, my little deer. But then I thought, okay, no, let's just come down to it. What is something that actually helped me organize my thoughts and create this journey? And that was actually this book, Between Heaven and Earth. And so this book was what took me from just taking a walk in the woods and thinking about what I was going to do and coming into now having a structure and having something that I could give in bite-sized pieces. So I'm bowing to a teacher, the book. Um, and and yeah. And this next spiral, you know, who knows how it's going to really go. But since I'm showing you a book, I was thinking, okay, I want to bring in more of the Tao Te Ching, right? But my loves, I've been reading, I have like 4 or 5 variations of the Tao Te Ching and the Pooh Bear. That's what I've been really immersing myself in reading is the Tao Te Ching. And 2 days ago, I received this book and I heard somebody mention it, and for whatever reason, I bought it instantly. This is called The Tao of Women. This this book is like I haven't felt so alive reading a book as I do when I read this. There is a secret language in China for Chinese women. They had a secret language because they couldn't read or write, and then they wrote this book with the symbols of this ancient language, or a secret language. I want to say secret language, and it is written as the Tao Te Ching. It's like they're together, but from a woman's perspective, from a wise woman's perspective, and it really helped me just bring in tonight, like this as a wise woman. And so who knows what comes exactly, but I feel really confident that we all want this book. This is the book we want. So I think that's gonna help inform what comes next. Mm. So thank you for sharing all your wisdom and your touchstones and what you received. I know there's so much more to share. I So let's just, before I do this, one more piece, just one more question. So we receive from the practice, we receive from Qigong, we receive from the elements, we receive from the teachers. But what did we receive from this circle, from each other, from this container of brilliant women? If we can just maybe do a round of sharing of like some of the blessings or some of the medicine we received from your sisters.
I'm going to say, being kind of late into the group, I really felt, at first I had a lot of anxiety, as everybody may have seen, as I was trying to figure things out. And I have felt a lot of acceptance, and it means a lot to me to come into a group that's already practicing and not to be able to see any of y'all except for when you individually speak. I feel acceptance and thank you. It means a lot.
Thank you. That glad you feel that. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Are we playing chicken with the unmute button, Jamie? um, I think the thing just it's hard for me to put it into words what I've received from the sisterhood. I'm searching for them now because it's more of a like a resonance in our circle. And I look forward to the mystery of what's going to be brought and how we're all holding these points in the circle that are all so relevant and cross connected in our own experience, but with each other. It's just maybe just love. Maybe it's just love. That's what wants to be said right now. I just feel love. Yeah. Thank you, sisters.
You. Mm.
I'm going to add tenderness to love. There's acceptance, which I've felt, love, which I definitely feel, and tenderness. And then also lightheartedness. So much tenderness and lightheartedness. And yeah. Silliness, yes, absolutely. I have just, yeah, there are nights that I'm so tired, but then I'm like, oh, but I want to really go be with everybody.
Beautiful.
And just playing off of that too, very heartful, but the vulnerability aspect too, that there seems to be ease in the vulnerability. That this is a raw, open, authentic place, and there's just the easiness. It just feels so sweet, tender, open, luminous in that authenticity.
Thank
You guys are just freaking awesome, that's all.
you. Well, because we're gravitated toward each other, right? We've magnetized and we've co-created this space. We all brought our medicine. So that's really what I've received was the that acceptance, that ability to be myself, and not only ability to just be myself, but that ability to be, like, ooh, like bring my power and bring my magic, which I can't, like, haven't found other avenues in which I can bring this way before. So you really like opened a space for me to be myself and be powerful and that not be too much. And so there's a huge like bow and all of you. I also received from you, like I go through my own experience because I've been like a solo practitioner for so long, with nature and stuff. But the trees talk to me, but not in English, and da 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 da. And then I come into the circle and we go through something, and we move, and then each one of you like brings in this other piece. So it's like, oh, so this experience, which I thought I had a full picture, is really opened my perspective of what's possible, what's encoded in these forms. And I know that like, we've touched a lot, but I just know there's so much more. And it's through our like showing up and our dedication to the practice and to the circle that has really helped me personally thrive. And I just trust and know that it's helped all of us in some ways feel supported and grounded and opened, and we can be ourselves. So I'm just really bowing to you and saying thank you. And of course, Michelle.
I just wanted something came up as you ladies were talking is the expansiveness of our circle also, like the depth that we have gone was also mirrored and matched by the fun had. So it wasn't like an experience like this. It was like, like wide open, like in the depths and the tenderness, but then also like, like the monkey's just coming to me. He wants to be here with us today with the fun. So like it was really clear as Cynthia and Jamie, you were talking, it just was like, oh yeah. And Amanda, I know that you got a little taste of that, and hopefully we'll see you the next spiral to get a little bit more with you. Yeah. Thanks, ladies.
Yes, and Cynthia.
I wanted to respond to what you said about the circle and the power that you're able to feel and bring, and that you weren't too much. Yeah, no, this has been amazing. The power that you have brought, and that you maybe even from last summer to this summer, because you hadn't quite brought the same structure, that the power that you are bringing and the depth that you do have in the circle and the container that you're holding, and we are points to that container, but you are creating it and holding it, and it has been extremely transformational. And yes, we are all powerful, so it's extremely synergistic as well. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mm, mm. So the time has come. I was wondering what to do. Like, I want to honor this, honor all of you, and I come from a martial arts background, y'all. So this is my turn to get to mantle you, but we're gonna do it martial arts style. If we were together, we would I would ask each one of you to step forward. Just know that you were never tested. There was never, this just came to me at the end. It wasn't like I was secretly giving you a test and wondering if you measured up. It just came to me at the end of how I could honor and mantle each one of you, and to acknowledge your commitment and your diligence. And then even the sisters that are not here, like Amanda, she is committed and has been here. So what I am doing for you in my martial arts training, I would, we would be lined up, and then I would ask one of you to step forward. So I'm just doing it based on who I see right beside me, which is Cynthia. So Cynthia, my love, will you please step forward? And so you're stepping forward. And then I come to you and I bow to you. Well, they don't do it like this. We do it like this. I bow to you like this. Okay? Bow to you. And then I ask you if you would be willing to remove that white belt that you're wearing. You went through, before you knew nothing, now you've known something, and you've gone through this year. And I ask you to remove your own white belt. And then once you've laid that down, you're wearing a dobok, you're wearing a uniform, so you take that white belt and you stick it down in your shirt, right? You got your uniform on. And then I come to you, and I come to you like this. This is my son's old belt. I come to you like this, and I bow, and then I ask you if I can mantle you, if I can put this belt on you, this yellow belt. A yellow, you're leveling up. You're a yellow orange belt, right? A golden orange belt. And so may I place this belt on you? Because Cynthia, my love, you have grown so much. You have faced so many obstacles. You have shared with us, and you have shared this teaching with others. You've brought it in from your life and this experience with us on Monday, and you've brought it into your community. You now wear a yellow belt, a golden belt. Thank you for your practice. Brilliant. And then we move through, and the next person I'm seeing right to me is Miss Amanda Kay, my love. Will you please step forward? And I bow to you, sister. And you're not wearing a belt. You just started. You don't have a belt. So may I present to you a white belt. This is the beginner mind. This is my favorite belt here. This is the one that you start with, and at the end, ultimately, you end here, right? And so may I place this white belt of purity and innocence on you. Yes? So I tie this belt around your waist, and I bow to you, and I say thank you for showing up. I know it was hard. I know you can't see all the people. I know you're a river girl. I know being on your phone is got all this stuff, and you showed up anyways. You keep showing up. And so I see you, I love you, I mantle you. Welcome. Okay. Okay, the next sister I see on the screen is Miss Rochelle. Sister, will you please step forward? Mm. Mm. Sister, will you remove your white belt and fold it up and tuck it in? And may I present to you and belt you with this golden orange belt with stripes on it. Yes. Because, and I tie this belt on you, around your daimai, your protection, your guardian chi, your stabilizing center. Because you are so generous and you come from this history of being a martial artist too, but you bring like all these tools to our practice, and you have shown up, and I know you are in the midst of so many life-changing experiences in this moment, and you have prioritized your practice. You have prioritized your sisterhood, and you have prioritized yourself and your health and your health care. And so with that, I'm mantling you and tying this belt around your waist. Thank you. And Jamie, my love, please step forward. I bow to you, sister. Will you please remove that white belt? And your belt might not even be white because you've been practicing Qigong for a long time. So whatever color belt that was, you're ready for a golden orange belt. May I place this belt around you? You have leveled up, you have leveled down, you have leveled all around. Your tenderness, and you brought beauty into this circle. You brought Venus into this circle. You brought your authenticity. You brought you in a lot of ways helped me not need to dazzle you. You helped me just simply be me. And I get a good feeling that you help other people do that too. And so with that, I'm wrapping this golden belt around your waist. May I? Thank you. Oh, and I bow to you, sister. May you shine golden bright like Venus. And Miss Amanda, if you're watching on this replay, will you please step forward, sister? And I bow to you. And I ask you to remove that white belt and tuck it in. And may I place this golden belt around you. And I'm mantling you, Miss Amanda, with this golden belt because you have shown up. You are a caretaker. You have practical, grounded wisdom. Much of what you said and brought into the circle actually formed the next circle. You are a connector of many communities and you are stepping more and more fully into your power. And I can see it, feel it, and know it. And I bow to you. Thank you, sister. I wrap this around you and I bow. Mm. And there's one more sister who joined us. And if you ever watch this replay, Miss Nicole, I'm presenting you with a white belt because I know that you are being in the midst of a lot of transition, of a lot of hellos and goodbyes. And let this belt be a reminder that you belong here. And let this belt be a reminder to return to your practice and return to yourself in the midst of all these changes, and that we are here for you. And I place this around your waist and bow to you. And then I bow to all of you. Mm. Thank you. Thank you. Mm. This is fun. Yeah, nice. Oh, look at those beautiful belts. Y'all look good. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay. So, this is our completion for this spiral. You are all, the next spiral. If you're invited, I fully know there might be some of you that feel complete. That you might feel complete and you might be ready to spiral on and out. And there's some of you that might feel like you're ready, you want to go deeper in. And this is kind of your choice point. One thing I want to just lay the ground, if you're returning, you're returning as a level 2, as a golden belt, right? And so it's not like I'm going to teach you a different class and teach the white belts a different class. It's the same. We do the same practice together. But the difference is you're now at a level where and you're already doing it, right? You're at the level of doing what you're already doing, which is making this practice beyond Monday. You're bringing it into your life. You're bringing it into like times with your client work, times when you're like dealing with life and death situations. You're bringing it into your life when you're just moving through daily stressors. So that's the next layer where all of us are going to be in a refining, simplifying, potentizing of the experience. And within that, something new is going to emerge. Much of it is, we're going to stay in the same elements and the same seasons and the same archetypes. But we're going to it's going to shift, it's going to shift. It has to shift. So there's that. When my plan in this moment, I'm in this launch season, which is is good. It's good and it's fun and it's a challenge too, just like being out there a lot, But so my plan, just so you know, is on Saturday having a free workshop, and then I'm opening up. And I'm calling it, last year I called it the Sacred Journey. With this year, I'm going to just call it Embody Your Inner Healer with Qigong, the Wise Woman Way. Essentially the same thing. I have a page. I'll put the page link here. I'm not going to show you the page right now because we're here heart to heart, eye to eye. But this is what I can offer all of you because you have already been here is, like trying to just feel a way to incentivize. for the public, for the big public, I'm charging $2,200. And then the early bird will be $1,800. And then if you want to continue on, I'll give you a $1,600 because that's what you paid this year. Essentially, when you broke it down, so I'm not going to raise it on you. But I feel ready to kind of raise what I'm doing a little bit. But you help me. So if you want to do that, you put in a code, which I'll have to send it to you. I think it's level two, but I'll send you the code to just confirm. So I just want you to know that I'm also going to plan on having it be a year long, and I will open it up for people to come in through the seasons as they spiral in and out. But ideally, here's my hope is that we have a cohered group. That cohered group just kind of puts a stake in the ground, marks our calendars, knows what we're doing, and then all this other things can change on it. It's like we become Earth, and then all the seasons and all the other people, they come and go and they do their thing around around us, and then that way we can still have a tight container, and then there can still be motion. So that's what I have to offer you in this moment right now. You'll still have access to learning portals, and yeah, that's the invitation to continue to go deeper. Are there questions, thoughts, concerns, just anything to talk about that?
I have a question. So I just wanted to clarify that it won't be separate groups for people who want to do a full year or a season. It will just be kind of your designation or your commitment sort of thing. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's like what we did this year. Ideally, my goal last year, I remember sitting with Jamie last year at this time, sitting with Jamie like this weekend in a temple. We just finished a temple, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "In one way, I have no idea what I'm doing, and another way, I know exactly what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing." And right? And we sat and we had lunch together at our mentor's house temple. And my goal at that time was to invite everyone for a year, right? But then it seemed like it was happening, but it was kind of a small group, and I needed to bring more energy and more people in. And so I opened it up. And that's when, you and Kaylee came, and you and the other sisters came in the different seasons, and now here Amanda showed up, right? And so that seems to be okay. But when we are in our circle, we could, if you wanted to, one thing we could make it sweet to be us is we could have a private, even a more private group if you wanted to do that, like if you wanted that, and just have the Facebook group, and then our private group, we could do that. But it's what we put into it is what we're going to receive. When you've done one season, it's cool and complete, but it's not the whole journey.
Okay. I like that idea. It feels, yeah, I like the openness to that idea. The other question is, are you going to do like 2-week breaks between the seasons like you had done before? Because I think I looked and I saw the dates and it looked like it was every single Monday of the year. And I was like, but it might have been a while ago and you might have changed that or something. But I just was curious if you're going to take the integration breaks.
Yes, we're going to take the integration breaks. I'm still in the midst of kind of putting in all the refining details. So if it says every Monday, it's not every Monday. And so this integration right here is actually going to be 3 weeks. We'll start at the Monday right before Halloween. So right at Samhain, when the veils are thin, we're going to open, we're going to go right in at that point. And so I think it's 3 weeks from now is when we start. So we'll have a 3-week integration. And there's like a 1 payment plan or a 5 payment plan, meaning every season you would pay. And if you're going to use the discount code, the $1,600, I was playing with it the other day, and like I got to work within the system that I have. So when you put it in, your first payment, you won't be charged because it's $600 off. So your first payment wouldn't be charged, and your second payment would be reduced, and then your third and fourth and fifth payments would be the full price if you due payment plan. But if you just pay it once, it'll just take off the money off that one payment. And yeah, I'm just saying that we will integrate. We need to integrate. Oh, that's what I was trying to say also is when when you pay, you'll have access to the learning portal, which all of you already have access to a whole bunch of stuff that you could be practicing. But if you wanted to like dive into autumn, you could go back to where your previous learning portal or to the new one, and it will have that seasonal dance. And that's one goal that I have that I want to do is just do all 5 seasonal dances and get those in the learning portal. So you always have something to do as a form and not have to wait for a full year to get like the quintessentialized form. So that's my promise is to bring those seasonal dances in. Anything else you kind of want to process, think through, talk out loud?
I do have another question, but I can save it for just you and I, because it has to do with being able to attend during certain times that there's a lot going on, sort of thing, but we can talk about that another time.
Okay, okay. And if any of you want to have a private conversation with me, you totally can. You know, I'm just right on the other side. Some of us communicate on WhatsApp and tag, whatever. Just I'm on the other side of however we communicate. Just reach out to me. That would be cool. I would like it if our group communication was in, you know, just sometimes more alive, but that it is what it is. I feel like we're coming close to completing. We're right at the 9 o'clock hour. I one final thing to just this is an ask. I'm asking. Um, some of you I've received testimonials from, but some of you I haven't. Feedback testimonials, they really help out a lot. And to add to that, I did update the feedback form, so it's very simple. It's just essentially 2 questions. What did you receive? You know, um, but if you're comfortable with it, if you want to submit a photograph, and I could put a photograph with you, with you, it just kind of makes you a human, more human. And I think that's my big ask. If you want to share, if you're willing to share this journey with a friend, I know you have a friend, there's one of you that has a friend that's going to want a scholarship. I will do scholarships after I get a handful of full price people, then I'll open up to some scholarships. So if there is somebody you think is really a good fit and they would commit, let them know about that. If you're open to sharing the workshop and the quiz and this, it would be great. Um, with that, those are all my asks for now. I feel like we should complete. And so as we complete, let's just take a deep breath and center back in and see what we're stitching out. What are we stitching out with?
Deep appreciation is here.
Gratitude.
It came really clear, and I was like, really? Okay. Leveling up. So I feel like I can really feel that first round complete and moving to the second spiral. So yeah, it's so funny to question. And I was like, that's a weird share. Leveling up.
Well, at first I thought gratitude And and then I felt darkness come, and it's not darkness as in negativity, but going back into the cave and honoring that we don't have to be going fast as we go into the darkness. And so to enjoy slowing down during the dark times. Thank you.
Well, the word that came to me right away is a new beginning. Our second spring. You know, that's a reference to going into menopause. It's your second spring, the new beginning. Well, I love you all. I love you all and appreciate you, and thank you for spending this time. And let us bow out and enjoy your few weeks. Just let me know whatever works best for you. You know, I'm here and I love you either way. Whatever you choose. I love and know you're a wise woman within. And so, okay, with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Good night.